Hello everybody, Hito here and welcome back to another Infinity Nikki video. Infinity Nikki just posted a optimization preview with loads of new optimizations towards mobile and also a few other features, and also a very big hint towards the future update of the game. Before we jump into the video, it would mean a lot if you left a like and a comment under my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Infinity Nikki content. I am also currently hosting a Rosie Sweetheart giveaway in my Discord channel, so if that interests you, make sure to join my server. The link for that will be in the video description and in my comment section. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. One of the first optimizations is something that I've seen a lot of people talk about, and that is the map marking function. It is being optimized to be more convenient, and here is how. They're introducing new markers, which on its own is already really exciting because there are a lot of types of markers I wish we had. For example, that I can just more easily figure out what did I actually mark here. Was it a puzzle? Was it the fact that this is something where I farm a lot? Is it a spot that I have yet to explore? Is it a story-related mission? There aren't markers for all these things, so I hope that at least some of them will help me keep my map a bit more organized. Aside from that, they are also introducing new filters to the map feature. With the new filter feature, we will be able to view and filter through the various markers individually, which means that if you are looking for a certain type of marker, but you don't remember where exactly you placed it, you can filter by them and they will all appear on the map highlighted, which is really exciting and also really nice. Again, it helps a lot if you're somebody like me who likes to use the marker function a lot and gets lost in what was actually marked for what reason. Aside from markers, we can also filter by the custom markers, styling challenges, which is also really exciting because it is an insane doozy to go into the styling challenge menu and then pressing which character you want to challenge and then having to fully back out of that window because you can teleport from the map menu when you open it that way. So you're just stuck pressing escape or whichever button you have to press, whichever console or device you're playing on, and it is just annoying. So being able to straight up search for the styling challenges via the filter is definitely amazing. Aside from that, we can also filter by shops, which again is amazing because I cannot remember where all the shops are all the time, and I definitely mark them. We'll also be able to filter for minigame markers, which again is also really nice because I, again, keep getting lost a lot in my own markers that I already set on the map. So again, it helps keeping everything a bit more organized. And more. What else it could include, I am not sure. This is already a lot added to the filtering of the markers and the markers themselves, but we'll see when we get the new version. We will also be able to view details when viewing the markers. That will include additional information such as the styling challenge scores, which is amazing because I love to know where I'm stuck at. Shop purchase statuses, which is really nice as well because sometimes I can't remember if I already fully bought everything from that store, and it also helps because sometimes we actually get new pieces in a few shops. It has happened in version 1.2 where we got a time-limited new piece in one of the shops, so this is definitely going to be a big help. And also minigame completion progress, which again is amazing because I cannot remember which minigame I haven't gotten a perfect score in yet, and sometimes I just leave them and I have to run through all of them because I'm not sure if I cleared all of them with a perfect score. Another thing being added to the map, and that one is probably my personal favorite, even though it doesn't exactly affect me, is that warp spires that we haven't discovered yet will appear on the map, not in the color but grayed out, kind of similar like they are in Genshin or Honkai Star Rail, which is amazing because I cannot tell you how frustrating it was going to an interactive world map to find out which ones I was missing. So getting this feature now for me is kind of useless, but for the future is definitely going to be an insane lifesaver because I've nearly crashed out looking for that final warp spire because I just couldn't find it. Aside from that, we are also getting more upgrades to the Momo camera, which is really exciting because somehow they just keep adding more amazing stuff to the camera. In the new upcoming version, we'll be able to take pictures while riding bicycles or motorcycles in camera mode, so we don't have to take screenshots, along with new photo poses that interact with the vehicles, which is really exciting. On top of that, we are also being introduced with a new set of camera updates featuring new poses. We've definitely reached a point where a lot of the poses are getting old and there's just not really a lot we can do with them anymore. So getting a new set of poses continuously is definitely really nice. We will also be getting a new character called the Camera Modifications Merchant Layla, who will be giving us access to these new features. Because if you didn't know, currently you can unlock new camera features such as filters, poses, and lighting by completing certain photo challenges. But of course they can't keep doing these because the rewards keep getting continuously more expensive with the reward that you earn for completing the challenges, so it makes a lot of sense to give us some of these that we can just buy for probably bling. Layla will be selling us the poses, filters, and lighting as well. I don't think that the ones that we can get from upgrading the camera will be included in this, because that will take away from the camera challenges. But it will definitely be a great way for all the people that don't always want to do quests or just can't find them to still get access to a few new photo features. Our pair pal is also getting an upgrade, and that one affects the Compendium. In the next update, our Stylist Cards will be more intuitive, showcasing a lot more things such as our current outfits and collection progress. What I really like about the new feature is that we will get a favorite styling feature, allowing us to preview a stylist's chosen favorite outfit when viewing their stylist card. That definitely pushes out having friends in the game a lot more, because why do we have so many friend slots if we can't do anything with them? Again, this is something I've been complaining about for a while. So being able to go through my friends' libraries and seeing what their favorite outfits are right now is definitely going to be really fun, because this is a dress-up game. So getting inspiration from other players is something that should have been an option a bit earlier in my opinion, but it is not too late right now either. I'm really happy that we get this feature now, and it's going to definitely help spark a lot more creativity in this game. Aside from that, the Compendium will also get further optimized, and it will now directly display the version and acquisition source of each outfit, which I am so happy about, because it is annoying sometimes having to, first of all, figure out what the outfit you're looking for is called, because sometimes you just see a certain piece of it and you just cannot find it, and then you're stuck searching through the entire Compendium, and then you have to find the outfit, find the name, and then Google it. Now this is going to get a lot easier, and it's definitely going to make exploring a lot more fun again, at least for me. And that's because the new Compendium system will allow us to track the outfit and show us how to obtain them, which again takes a lot of the difficulty in figuring out how to explore this game properly. We will also get a new creature Compendium with detailed descriptions and interaction counts for collectibles, animals, insects, fish, and S-lings. This will kind of act like the Critterpedia of Animal Crossing, or visiting the museum in Animal Crossing. And that is really cool, because I've definitely been curious about a few of the creatures in this game. Now, the next optimization doesn't affect me personally, but other mobile players, and I know that they're going to be really happy about it, because I know for a fact that mobile is always the worst way to enjoy RPGs like this. So mobile players getting more optimizations is always a very happy sight. Currently, Infinity Nikki is investigating and addressing issues reported by other stylists, such as dark metal textures and disorganization with Momo's album, and probably even more issues that they plan on fixing for an upcoming update. They sadly don't really say if that is going to be in the next version, so it might be a bit later in version 1.4 or sadly version 1.5, but it is good to know that Infinity Nikki does listen to the players, especially the ones that are complaining. So even if it's not right now, it's still good to know that your opinion is being heard. Something that did catch my eye is that in future versions, they plan to enhance the overall scene presentation on mobile, which sounds a bit dangerous in my opinion, because there are, again, a lot of mobile devices that can probably barely handle the game. So now trying to quote-unquote force it a bit more on the devices by optimizing it, I don't know if they actually can optimize it that way. Because what they say is that they'll refine vegetation, waterfalls, distant mountains, water effects, weather effects, global lightning, and more. This sounds a lot like they're trying to optimize the game graphically to run like it would on a PC device or a PlayStation 5. I am not exactly sure how much they can optimize it to still safely run on most mobile devices, because that does sound a bit dangerous, but they are saying that this won't be an immediate change. So it's good to see that they're definitely taking their time, but they also do want to make this change to make the game have a better experience for most of the players. Next up, they are talking about more general optimizations that are currently in progress. They are addressing that in the current version 1.3, they encountered an issue where the event start times were out of sync between overseas and domestic regions, which I also have noticed. Didn't see a direct issue with it, but it is of course a bit weird that it does happen. In the future, they will make sure that event times are synchronized across all the regions, which is definitely nice. The thing is, I don't know if I've missed something in specific, such as certain regions being behind, because all that I have experienced so far is that I was ahead. For example, when Eerie Season first launched, I could already, for some of the current event games, access Day 2 when Day 2 hasn't even started in the game yet. I don't know if the opposite applied to some regions, but then that would make a lot of sense, and it's definitely nice to see that they are addressing this and are also working on fixing it. With the recent release of the Adventure Ride outfit, they have also received feedback requesting the option to use the outfit's abilities separately. They are considering the best approach for this feature, and they will share more about this as soon as possible. The thing is, I definitely understand the frustration from players, but don't forget that this is a outfit ability, so I can understand that this is also very hard on Info trying to find the perfect middle on this quote-unquote issue. Lastly, they're also continuing to optimize the interaction issues reported by us players on both PC and console. In an upcoming update, they will introduce an option to invert X and Y axis for both controller and keyboard and mouse setups. I personally didn't have a lot of issues with the axis using either the two controller options, but I can see how some people would actually like to invert them, especially on console. So it's nice to see that they're still giving us these small optimizations to make the overall experience for everybody a lot better. And again, these are just options that players can use. It is not a required thing to do. On top of that, they're also working on improving the material tracking and collection experience on console, which I am also really happy about. I don't play on console as much. I usually only play on it when I didn't get to do my dailies on my PC and I'm already in bed. But it is definitely a bit of a doozy sometimes playing and exploring on console. So that is also very, very nice. And the last thing that kind of surprised me is that they are working on adding support for seamless switching between controller and keyboard and mouse. I have done that on my PC. I didn't notice any issue with it, but that might just be because I have the PC that I have. So if you had any issues with this, please do let me know, because I am very curious as to what happened, because I could always just unplug my controller and just immediately continue playing with my keyboard and my mouse, and the other way around. Now at the very end, we can see something very interesting, and that is that they are talking about version 1.5, which is quite interesting because we are currently waiting for version 1.4. So let's look at all of this. There's more exciting content planned for the future, with a promise of continuing to improve gameplay and enhancing the variety of the content of Infinity Nikki. with the overall goal to make the upcoming version more complete with improvements to pacing and the overall experience. Now, from the sounds of it, this is probably already going to apply to version 1.4, but if not, then this will probably be set in motion in version 1.5. The reason I don't think it might be in the next version is because we are already going to get it announced within the next week, so they probably can't do a lot more to add or optimize to it, but it's still good that it's being acknowledged and they will take care of it. Now, what is interesting is that we are being promised more engaging new systems and gameplay modes, along with ability outfits that offer unique new powers in version 1.5 and up. That version will feature a brand new event map, Serenity Island, with additional new events and richer rewards than before. Now, what is interesting about this is that we know that every 6 versions, we are getting new map expansions. And I don't mean in the sense that we had the Firework Isles, but that we will go to the next region. That has been promised to us by Infinity Nikki in one of the very first live streams about the game and has never been changed. Now, if you guys didn't know, we are in fact currently in the Heartcraft Kingdom, but only in a part of it. Wishfield is only a part of the Heartcraft Kingdom that was adopted way later on in the history of Mirrorland, which means that we are still going to visit the actual capital and other parts of the Heartcraft Kingdom before we're going to any of the other regions, probably the Lung Empire, which will be second. Now, what is actually very interesting about it is that they're talking about Serenity Island, which is also being posed as an event map. Now, I still believe that this is going to be an additional part of the Heartcraft Kingdom, or if we are extremely lucky, could also be where Nikki's house is going to be. We've been waiting for the housing update for quite a while now. It has been announced to be a feature in the game ever since the game has been announced, and they've been getting closer to release, and now we are almost 6 months into the game's release. Now, if Serenity Islands is in fact not where Nikki's house is going to be, then we are still going to explore the Heartcraft Kingdom more. What makes it really interesting though, is that this is only going to be a small part of the Heartcraft Kingdom yet again. Which means, are we going to explore a region every 6 months very slowly? Because that would mean that the actual new big region updates could be maybe every year or every 2 years, which is going to stretch out the game's duration by a lot. Sadly, this is all we know as of now, and they probably won't mention version 1.5 again until the end of next version, so we'll sadly have to wait until then. But definitely do let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, because this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest pieces of news we have gotten for this game in a while, because this might actually set the stone for how the game is going to expand in the future. And that's it. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, do let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to leave a like to the video. Also, don't forget to join my Discord server for the Rosie Sweetheart giveaway, and I will see you guys for when we get the announcements for version 1.4. Have a good day, everybody. Bye bye.